5, 4, 3, 2. Destination Newry, the morning programme. Rowan Hand. Lorraine Traynor, the head of art at St Mary's Girls High School in Newry. Ciara Elliott, here with us, one of the 100% in your GCSE, which is in art. And Danielle Kinney. And you're a fabric designer and maker, and you've done hugely well in your GCSE as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You come from a great school, first of all.
Yeah.
What's it like being a St Mary's girl?
It's very good. It's very helpful.
What makes it good?
Just all the opportunities you can have, and you can do, and things that you can move on to as well.
Okay. The art department is strong in St Mary's.
It is. We have a great art department. Great Catherine White, Grace Stigney and Brenda Finnegan there at the minute. So it's a great art department.
So the range of medium that's there. What formats do you use? What art do you do?
Well, I'm specialised in textiles. Grace specialises in printmaking and ceramics. So the girls get a wide variety of different techniques, from painting and drawing to textiles, ceramics, printing. So they get to try everything.
Yeah. And is a lot of it, is there traditionality in it? Because nowadays art can mean a cow hanging up from a rafter. But where is it going in St Mary's?
Well, that's true. Well, obviously you have to meet the regulations of the CA exam.
Yes,
so
of course.
A lot of it is back to proving the drawing and painting skills, your textile skills. So it's very skill based, and then obviously very traditional art.
Yeah.
But then we would branch off as well with Danielle, say for the likes of the costume for Junkature, which was a competition in organised by the Bank of Ireland in the south. And we created a costume, or Danielle created a costume for her A-level, made solely out of recyclable materials, and she based it on a toy. So the toy soldier was the title.
Daniel, I want to hear about this costume. I want to hear about this, that you made from recyclable material. What material did you use?
It was like broken up toys.
Broken up toys?
Yeah, and mini toy soldiers.
Yeah. And what sort of garment was it?
It was just like a suit jacket.
A jacket?
Yeah, and trousers as well.
Yeah. So it's made of plastic?
Yeah, it's just all broken up toys,
In plastic, yeah. And how does that work? It's a terrible shame you don't have it with you. I'd love to have seen it.
It's in display.
It's on display
Belfast,
in Belfast today.
In the Ulster Museum
in the
Belfast.
Ulster Museum.
Yeah.
And is it something one could wear, or you're not supposed to wear it?
Yeah, I've worked on Junkature and the catwalk.
You wore it in the catwalk?
Yeah.
And for Belfast Fashion Week as well.
And for Belfast Fashion?
Yeah.
And does it keep the rain out?
No,
No, it wouldn't be intended to do that.
Yeah.
Well, could you wear it in the sun?
No, it's heavy.
It's heavy. So what size were the tessellated pieces that you cut out of
all different sizes.
Was the biggest size a postage stamp, or was it as big as a postcard?
Yeah, it was big. It was not too big. The
postage,
big enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so lots and lots of postage. It was like a mosaic.
Yeah.
Now I'm beginning to get a handle on this, all right.
And it was great. And you looked at Edward Munt's The Scream, and had the Scream on the back.
Really?
Made out of all small broken bits of toys as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And you made the Scream in this way?
Yeah, just all broken up toys, just different colours. So.
Wow. I find that fantastic. Because it's a huge paint. The Monk painting is a huge painting.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys needed to, before you do any of this cutting up of toys, or before you do anything in your art, Danielle. No, you're Danielle.
No, I'm Ciara.
You're Ciara. I get confused. Ciara, your particular art is what? Explain to us in detail.
Mine's portrait. I did myself.
A portrait. You did yourself.
Yeah, because I have a disability.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm albino. I can't really see from far distance.
Oh, really?
So
that's it.
that was interesting to do.
But is that I wouldn't have thought that a disability. It's very beautiful hair and lovely, for goodness sake. So you did a portrait of yourself.
Yeah.
And can you see me at a distance now?
Yeah, it's just a wee bit.
A wee bit squiggly.
Yeah.
I do too, but it's not me being an albino. It's been 70. That's what it's for me. As I grow older, my eyesight disability grows all the time, but you get older. But it hasn't held you back.
No.
Ciara, it
Just
hasn't.
really did how you cover up being a Well, albino.
Yeah, but you don't have anything to cover up. Goodness gracious!
Yeah, but
Except you're making sure you can see the things you want to see.
Yeah. It was almost like celebrating the condition, really, and she had beautiful paintings and
Someone
drawings.
else really
and,
did it before, so.
and
Someone
then-
did it before, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take away. You don't because you got 100%.
I'll probably stick at it.
Why wouldn't
though
you?
Can't do it.
I saw the most cruel thing because I remember in Africa, and Morris was in Africa with me. These folk share the African school in Nigeria, the twin school, St. Mary's in Nigeria, St. Mary's in Newry. They share that together. They're partner schools under the British global, the British Council's global curriculum program. And there was an African person, and it was the most cruel thing in the world. He was albino, and of course his skin, it wasn't good, and the heat, and he couldn't go out at all. And Morris will tell you about the fellow we met there. And so you were talking about giving up and then going into social work and things like that. But I don't think you should go. You're changing your mind a wee bit, are you?
Yeah, I do regret it.
Yeah,
I took it on.
Yeah, but you'll stay with art. You're not gonna. But you need painterly skills to begin with, both of you. You can
not
paint,
really.
can you?
I'm not really a painting person. I'm more of shading and
Shading,
all
yeah.
kinds of work.
Well, I think some of the greatest paintings in the world will involve shading and that kind of. Don't you think? Because that's painting. You give images. It's all occurring. You know. Is it? So, what's your future going to hold?
I still want to stick at it. I'm doing it at A level at the minute, so.
Yeah, but you're talking marketing a wee while ago.
Yeah, like advertising, and I want to bring in.
Now you're whistling,
Part of
Dixie.
that, yeah.
This girl's on the money trail.
Yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you. You know, it's yeah. But I mean, it's a good portfolio that you're building up.
Yeah.
When did you find in school that your inclination lay in the kind of art you're now doing? When did it all start for you in school, when you started to specialise?
Well, you have to do it for first to third year. It's compulsory.
And you could give it up after the third year?
Yeah, you can just stop doing it.
And you're at what year now?
I'm 7th year, I'm my last year.
Your last year?
Yeah.
You're never going to be able to leave St. Mary's. I know this thing. Yeah. And then, of course, in your work, are you going to do the social work thing?
Yeah.
You're going to do that?
After school, I'm gonna do a special needs course in the tech.
Yeah, good. And that will help you do what?
Be a classroom assistant or something for special needs.
Yeah. You want to be a teacher for special needs. You don't want to be a classroom assistant.
No, a teacher.
They're very, very good and hugely important in what they do. But you hit your wagon to the top star, and that's a very, very important thing to do. I had the great privilege in Newry Institute, as it was then, of teaching people with remarkable advantages in life and remarkable disadvantages. There were people with something called Asperger's syndrome. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Part of the autism spectrum. And I taught 1, 2, 3 such people. And it's a great joy to be involved with that kind of work. So you've clearly spotted a joyful path for yourself.
Yeah, you see, I volunteer in the Gateway, so.
That's wonderful.
made me
You're very
want to.
special girls, these.
Yeah, great girls.
You just, I'm just swelling with pride for you in what you do. And Gateway is what, once or twice a week or what?
Once a week, I take a disabled girl there.
Do you?
Yeah.
1-to-1?
Yeah.
And you look after, you're driven down, you partner with her and make sure she's all right.
Yeah.
She with you make sure you're all right.
No, she can't talk or walk.
She can't
so-
talk or walk.
No.
How do you communicate?
Kind of body language, and she kind of make noises, so I know what she needs.
How long have you been working with this girl?
Really all my life, because she's my
Alright.
cousin,
It's
so
fantastic.
Your cousin.
I'm close to her.
And what is the condition that she suffers from?
I
You don't
couldn't even
know.
tell you. There's
But
that
she
much
can't
wrong with
talk.
her.
And there's a lot wrong with
Yeah.
her. Yeah. Well, do you get the sense when you're down at Gateway with her that your dear cousin knows that you love her? I suppose that's the number one question.
Yeah,
Does she get that sense from you?
she does, because she puts her hand on your face to say, well, I love you.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? You're very good. You must be proud to be teaching these
Very
girls.
proud, yes. They're great girls. It's a great school, so we're
Yeah.
very lucky.
Very lucky indeed. I now have a granddaughter there. I had my two. I had Laura McCartan there, and I had Judith McCartan there. They've gone on to do good things. They're doing very well. And now Molly McCartan is there.
Right, yes.
And Molly is a super girl as well. But your school, you don't just limit your school to Newry. I alluded to it a moment ago. You reach out into Africa,
That's right.
and you're the partner school of St Mary's in Papare.
Yes.
Talk to me about the feeling in the school about that.
Well, it's great. You know, the school are very supportive in raising money and are very aware. We've, had visits over, and I know Mr. Fitzpatrick has been over.
Yes.
And he's great. It's great having that link, and that you can see the money that the girls raise, what it goes towards, and the difference that it makes. And it's been developed. There's a new school building, and for getting school books, and you can really notice the difference.
And the letters come and go.
Yes,
because there's communication between.
Quite often, whenever you're paying into charities and you're giving to charities, you often don't see specifically where it goes. Where it's great having that link, and you can see the improvements.
You can kind of, as you do in Gateway, you can put your arms around the project and feel a little bit of ownership of it. Which is great there.
We're very supportive of it.
And then Father Donald comes in the summertime, and he comes and he takes assembly in the morning time.
That's right.
Father Donald is the SMA priest who runs the project with the people in Africa, and he's very pleased and very proud, and it's all going well. So what lies ahead on the art calendar for 2014? What are your challenges this year?
Well, we're very busy at the minute. We're preparing an exhibition. We have an exhibition every year to showcase the excellent work at GCSE and at A level. So we're preparing that at the moment. The
when is that happening?
It happens in May.
In May.
So the exam paper came in yesterday for Danielle and the A-level girls, and there's another exam paper in next Monday, I think it is, for the AS. So we're busy. The exam papers are in.
Lots of painting going on, lots of fabric work going on, and whatever else. Do you do any sculpture up there?
Yes, we do.
Really?
Yes, we do. We have quite a few bits. They never seem to remain in school. They're always snapped up because we had. Well, I think local businesses have purchased a few. I'm thinking of the cow. One of the local butchers, one of the girls had made a cow using the water drum. As the body, and used hay and nails and that crate, and one of the local.
If you need sound effects, I'll organise that for you.
So, but no, it's great. They do really well, and we'll see how long the Ulster Museum, because there's a few inquiries about Danielle's toy soldier.
Really?
After it comes back from the Ulster Museum.
Do you know who might be inquiring? The big thing about being in the Ulster Museum and having it on display, that someone like some advertising agency chairman may be perambulating through the Ulster Museum. I love that toys. I love that. It's lovely. Yes. Who did that? And then they'll get your name and they'll say, I want that woman on my team. That's what you're. But you're going to go on to university, yes?
Yeah.
Both of you. Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
No, that's all right.
I'm a stay-at-home person.
Well, that's okay too, because Fergal McCormack, the great Newry accountant, he comes in here every Tuesday, and he would make that point. He sat in that city. He said, it's not for everyone to go to university, and you don't have to go to university to be successful, So stay at home is good. I'll share a very nice secret with you, shall I?
Yeah.
Share the secret with you. I was once, remember I told you I was teaching in the institute, the Newry Institute. I was teaching in the Newry Institute, and when that came to an end after about 8 years, I was literally, and this sounds that I'm being boastful, I'm not. There's a reason for telling you this. I was head-hunted to be the senior lecturer in postgraduate newspaper journalism at the University of Ulster, without ever having graduated in anything in my life.
Wow.
So, this proves the point. You don't have to go through university and graduate. And what you're doing is hugely hands-on, and you're both carving out your futures together, which is wonderful. Any questions you want to ask me before we finish up? What's in the whole world, any question? Turn the tables on him and ask him anything you want. Go on.
I don't have any questions.
You're stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be stuck. Don't worry.
Kira, any questions?
Don't worry.
No, I really don't.
No.
Right.
I saw in India, and I've often described it in India. You talk about gateway. Look it up on the web. It's the Don Guanellan, Guanellan, the Don Guanellan Rehabilitation Center in Chennai, in southern India. And what the children, just like Gateway, the children come into the center, and it's the most beautiful center, and they're picked up. The bus goes out in the morning, big round, maybe 30 miles, and they bring the children into the center, and the children all day long are educated in the center, are taught to dance and to sing and do their schoolwork as well. And then about 4 o'clock in the evening, they're picked up again and brought back home again. And I often describe it as Gateway under the sun of India. It's warm and it's lovely, but it's exactly the same thing as has been done in Newry. That's what Gateway does, So listen, you're a Castle Weldon woman.
Well, Cabra.
Cabra.
Yes.
Is that close to it, or
Yeah,
no?
it's not too far.
Not too far away. But what took you to? Where did you go to school?
St. Malachy's.
St. Malachy's in Castle Weldon. Mr. O'Wheel would have taught you
That's
there.
right, yes.
He would have.
He was
He's a
a
great
music
musical
teacher.
man.
Yeah.
He is indeed.
That's right.
But so your career to teaching and to be head of the department in
Yeah.
St. Mary's, how did that evolve?
Well, I went to Belfast, University of Ulster,
Yeah.
to complete a textile degree in fine applied art.
Were you down in the campus at?
York Street?
Yeah, York
Yes,
Street.
yes.
That's where I taught.
Oh, very
The
good.
journalism was there in
Right.
those days. Neil Shawcross was next door to me.
Oh,
You
very
met
good,
Neil?
lovely. Yes, I have
Yeah.
at several exhibitions.
Ah, yeah.
It's beautiful. It wasn't the lovely big building that it is now.
Ah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
lots of refurbishments there.
Well,
And
Neil was so good because he taught in this room and I taught in here, and we always had a soiree every Tuesday. We would have. You would bring the pate, I would bring the white wine, someone else would bring the smoked salmon, and we'd be sitting in the life room, all the eating and eating and eating. So this was all great, but I had a big hairy head on me at the time and a big beard, and he painted me,
Oh, very good.
and it was about this size by this size here.
Have you got it?
Well, that's the story, because what happened was he gave it to me as a gift, and every time I saw it on my wall, I thought that would build a classroom in Africa. And I said to Neil, do you mind if I sell that for a classroom? And he said, no, go ahead. It fetched €13,000 down at Adams Auction House in Dublin, which you must go to someday. Go down and check out Adams. They're very, very good. And the next day, a friend of mine who had also supported me in Africa, Gerard O'Hare, Gerard phoned me, says, Rowan, delighted to see your painting went so well for the school. And I said, I rather think, Gerard, you may have been in pushing the price up. He says, no, I wasn't. He says, but as a matter of fact, we bought it.
Oh,
And I said, great, it's going to a good home then. He said, it is, because we bought it to give it back to you as a gift for what you're doing in Africa.
Oh,
So I got my
fantastic.
13,000, and I got my painting,
Oh, wow.
and we got the classroom. That's a
lovely.
win-win-win situation, girls,
It's a great story.
It's a good story, all right.
Yeah.
So how long are you a teacher now?
I'm in St. Mary's, be 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Straight from college?
I know.
Where'd you go?
I was in Liverpool, and then whenever I came back, I was in St. Mark's and
Yeah.
St. Coleman's
Yeah.
and St. Louis and Kilkeel for a while.
God, you've been around the place altogether.
So getting some good experience.
Of course, but you've settled now.
Yes.
You're at your home place now,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely. Girls, thanks you very, very much indeed. Kira, Danielle, and Lorraine, you're very good for coming in. We wish you well. And just be successful and enjoy your lives. And you keep, it's wonderful what you're doing. And yet outreach to the people and get with great people.
Yeah, it's very good.
Here. Well
Good
done.
girl.
We'll play you a piece of music now. We'll decide. We'll talk for a moment and decide which piece of music we're going to play. And Andrew will sort us out with that. You see. Now we can offer you Ewan McCall and Peggy Seeger. We can offer. Oh, it was St. Bridget's Day recently, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Are you interested in that? Have you ever heard of Newry Ode to Bridget? It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one down, Andrew, on that list. Now it's a beautiful piece of classical Irish contemporary music by this lovely singer Noreen Ní Rian, and it's called An Ode of Praise, a homage to Bridget.
Oh, very good.
Shall we play that for you?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, Andrew, we'll do that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
God bless
Thank you, Rowan.
Thank you.
Thank you.